everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome to a bit of an Elle Sunday, just me playing with some Elle Studio products. I'm sure the series will be back at some point, and I know it is a Sunday, it just so happens that I wanted to play with Elle's and it is Sunday. So I have basically grabbed a bunch of products. I have got what I call scattering products. So all the hearts and stars, some labels there. This is basically my stash of hearts and stars, basically. Asterisks, all the different ones that they've got. We've got the mini ones, we've got the full ones, we've got the outer and inner ones, we've got chipboard, we've got puffy, we've got acetate. So I'm going to play with those. We've also got the brand new matte gold, which is very exciting. Then I picked out just a couple of products. I didn't want to overwhelm myself because I'm still getting back into this scrapping malarkey. So I've got the acetate hearts and the acetate stars. I don't know if we'll use them, but we've got them. And then just a small selection of other stickers, just 6 packs. Got this one because there's only a few left, and this one. Then we've got the chipboard stars, the chipboard happy birthday, some label from the Disney collection, and the holiday frame stickers. Not going to use them all, but at least we have them there. A couple of older products. We've got some birthday wood and wood banners, and then a couple of acrylic. Again, don't know if we'll use them. And a couple of the tags. These are the star tags. A couple of photos. This is from a birthday trip to London for Chris's birthday. And some torn paper strips. That's it. And this sheet of paper. And I've remembered I have some rub-ons. We are going to use rub-ons. Quick tip, these ones, which are just a 2-sheet, just like a little taste of 49er Market rub-ons, don't come with the stick that you need. You don't need this stick, you just need something strong and flat. But if you have any of the other ones, you can obviously use them. So I'm going to use a couple of these. Each set comes with 2 sheets. So that is what we're going to do. Let's see how it goes. So let's start with, I'm just going to have a play with this. So I've just basically, whatever paper I had like offcuts of or I'd taken a bit off, I've just pulled some out. So I know I want to use some of this, not necessarily all of it. I'm just going to take a little bit off this one. It's a little bit wide at the top. So let's just pull that down to make it more of a strip than a chunk. So there's that one. So I'm sort of basing these in the middle and then pulling it out from there basically. So we've got this one that says happy birthday to you. So my idea is to have a central column of paper of sorts. So I think what we'll do is we'll base it that that's what we're doing. I don't want it to be too wide because my idea is then to have the paper coming here. And then 2 photos and 2 cards coming across the middle. That's as far as I've got. So I'm going to start with this colour. Help if I can open the packet. Wait a minute, that's hard. This is the Lagoon. I do love 49er Market rub-ons. They are the bomb. Okay, and I think I'm going to start with some text blends rather than the other side. Well, they're all text blends, but I want a darker colour. So let's start with this one down here. So I'm just going to peel back the back sheet, push that up so you can see what I'm doing, figure out where the middle is here. So I'm going to come to the side slightly, because obviously if all the paper's going in the middle, I don't want to waste the rub-ons with it being hidden by the paper. I don't mind some of it being hidden. There we go. Love the rub-ons. am a huge fan of the rub-ons, in case you haven't noticed. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so about here. So it's quite rough. I'm not worrying too much about where I'm putting it, because it will work when we've finished the placement. Okay. And I don't want to go too mad with it. I want quite a bit, but not too much. Just to be a bit awkward. Okay, let's add in a bit of this newsprint. The rub-ons are fabulous for just layering up. You can have all sorts of different textures. You could have, like, we've got a butterfly down here now. We're outside, we're in London. It's November, but hey, we can have a butterfly. Got some stitch elements. And we've even got a Brighton postmark. I know we're not in Brighton, but it's down south of England, so it works for me. Okay, so that was Lagoon. Next up, we are moving on to salsa. Let's do a bit of salsa. Okay. So they are, let me check, yeah, they are exactly the same. They're just in the different colours. So the designs and the text is exactly the same. Not that you can read the text, but like, for example, that Brighton stamp and that stitch up here is exactly the same, which I kind of like, because it means you're going to get the same look no matter what colour you're using, which is great if, like we're doing now, you want to layer them up. It means it's all going to coordinate beautifully, and I'm sure obviously that was the plan. I am just saying. Okay. So I don't want loads of red, I just want a spotto red. This is going to be our big red patch here. Okay. So it does, of course, look quite random at the moment, but it will all come together. Okay. Let's pull out page 2. Let's have a bit of text down here. I just love the vintage vibe, and I love that it can work, or at least I think it can. I think it works wonderfully. Works so well with such a modern vibe that we get with Elle Studio. Just goes to show how amazing both products are. There we go. So I am just going to carry on with that because we've still got 2 colours. I am also going to use a bit of Sunbeam and a bit of Marina, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll come back and we'll start layering up our paper. So that is the rub-ons done. You can see I've got 4 areas. Now, I've just basically layered them up and I didn't think about it too much. So my original plan was to have the paper here and then a strip here of photos. Obviously, if I do that, I'm going to cover one of these up. So I may do a design that I've done before. I've also pulled in the tickets and film strips that match the rub-ons. So there's 12 boxes of tickets and 12 packs of film strips, because I thought it might be fun to add in some of those. I know it's focusing on Elle Studio, but you know, I'm happy to be creating, so I'm happy to use anything, to be honest, because it's more than I've done for a long while. Okay, So first up, I am going to add in this blue strip, and I'm going to tear that there, because now I'm thinking we'll probably put these like this, so then I can fake the distance, if you know what I mean. And nobody will know that it doesn't stretch down all the way to there. Nobody will know. Okay, in fact, I'm going to stretch it all the way to the bottom for this blue one. And then this is just going to go there, and we will cover the top of that. I'm happy to lose a bit of that. And then we've got this birthday, so I'm just going to tear the top and bottom off just so it's all torn edges. And that's going to go on that side. Sort of here. And it's just a case of layering up all the different colours that we've got. So let's bring in a bit of yellow. Just going to pop that in there. I just love all the different colours basically. Not sure if this is going to work, but let's keep building and we'll see where we end up. It's not quite working out how I first thought, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm going to pop this one down here as well. A bit of a standout, and then this colour is going to go sort of, I don't know now, maybe here. Let me reconfigure this. So let's have a look. It's a bit quirky, this layout, I'll give you that. It's a bit quirky. Excuse me being off screen for a moment. Just needed to bend that back so that I can pop this in there. Okay, now this is all going to get roughed up. Because roughed up paper always looks better. That's what I say. Especially when you're a messy scrapper like me. Okay, so now we've got all that texture going on up there. Let's do the same with this blue. And if it tears, that is okay as well. I kind of like that. Just gonna bring a little bit of this there. Like so. Just about basically slotting in a few different colours where we can. I'm going to add this to down here. And it all works together really well, I think. I like it. That's all that matters. And then that, and I need to realise that more rather than trying to please others and do what I think everybody else needs to see. As long as I like it, that's all that matters, isn't it, guys? Obviously, I would love you guys to like it as well. Okay, I'm just going to trim that off there. So that is where we are at. We've got our paper strips going up. I'm now just going to do the same with this side that I've just done on the other side. So basically just ruffling all those edges, getting some texture going, like so. Okay, there we go. I actually really like how that's turned out. Now before we go any further, I think I'm going to just add a few tickets and film strips. So let's pull out some film strips first. I do have the whole collection of tickets and film strips. My lovely friend Steph and I shared the tickets because there's far too many for one person. So it's basically the same pack 12 times in 12 different colours. So I feel like we need a bit more red, so let's get salsa. To the salsa. Pull them out. Let's see what we got going on here. Right, I've got a small one here. Such a great idea of 49 Market this, to have their coordinating products. My apologies, you probably couldn't hear me there. What I generally do when I use these is I snip them in half, because then you're going to get double the use, because you're not going to see it all. So there's no point in wasting it. And then just use a bit of tape there. And I'm going to slot this one in here, wherever I can really. I think that one. You need to put a little bit more adhesive on here. So then you're just going to get that little extra detail going on there. It is on a wonk, and that is intentional. I'm only going to use a couple. It's not a big detail on here. The focus is of course on the Elle's products. It is Sunday, Elle's Sunday. And then I'm going to use a yellow one as well. That's green. I'm going to pull out this one. It's just a bit fiddly because obviously it's acetate, so everything sticks to the packet. Has everybody else found that, or is it just me? And again, I am just trimming off. Don't need to use it all. I haven't yet used these on a layout where it's all about these. I think I'd like to do that. I need to have a think. I feel like they're just a great finishing touch or a great layering product. I think we'll put this one down here. Just like so. So it's quite random, but I do love random. And then let's pull in some tickets. So you get rolls of tickets, and there is a substantial amount. You're never going to run out. Well, it depends how quick you use them, but you should never run out. Okay. So I'm just going to fold that in half a bit just to stop it rolling. Bit of adhesive. And then tear that in half. I've just decided I want to tear it in half after I've done the adhesive, but hey ho, it's fine. It's probably easier actually. And I just want to tuck it in. So I'm just going to lift that paper up and sort of tuck them in there. So you're not seeing much of it, you're just seeing it poke out there, add into it as if patterned paper. And I love it, basically. Not sure why I was stumbling my words there. And I'm going to do the same with... Should we just stick to blue? No, let's have a bit of lagoon. I think I'll use the same. In fact, this lagoon is a little bit too dark. Which is, yeah, it's a different colour to the lagoon rub-ons, I think. Well, it's not a different colour, it's just like a darker teal. So I shall use this one, which is Marina, which gives us another shade, which I quite like the idea of anyway. Okay, so I'm going to use just 3 off this one. It's 3 tickets less than I had 5 minutes ago. And I've still got loads left, but there we go. Pop them in there. And I just have them in a tray next to my desk now with other most used products. Or products that should be most used. Adhesive. And I'm going to tuck this one in up here. Just like that, basically. So it does look like it's quite random at the minute. But I am loving all that texture in the middle. Next up, we have got our photos, and I'm going to go for that with red and that with blue. I'm not matting my photos because I don't want it, but it would look good with them matted, I think. And I'm basically going to go something like this. So we've got that going up there. And we've got the red coming down here. No, that's a little bit too straight. Well, no, it's okay. Okay, so that is the layout I'm going for. It's a bit different. Not sure if I'm liking it yet, but maybe I need to wonky this up a bit like this. Yeah, that's slightly better. Let me just change this one. There we go. That seems to sit better with me. And then I'm just going to check what wood elements we've got. So we've got a couple of balloons, a couple of presents. Your special day will work perfectly. So let's pop that on our photo down here. I'm not going to use the balloons. It's not that kind of layout. And I'll use a couple, or no, I'll use the hearts, I think. These are like border pieces. I'm going to use that over here. I am a big lover of mixing hearts and stars, hence why I've got hearts on the wood, stars on the card. And I don't care. I'm going to use a couple of these acrylic asterisks. Let's see how many we can get on. So unlike other acrylic that you may use from other places, Elle Studios don't have the acrylic, the film. So one side, no, they're both frosted actually. So I'm going to put them in here. Love them. Yes. We may use more of them, not sure yet. But I probably won't add too much more to this layout. Apart from our scattering pieces, that's my focus. Okay. Got a little speech bubble heart there. And another one here. And then happy birthday. So I'm not going to use them actually. Not using things that I don't. Not using things for the sake of it on this layout, which I know is a bit random for me. But you know, I am going to tuck a couple of labels in here. Just to add a bit of extra colour. So we'll have the teal with the red and the red with the teal. Labels are a great way to just add a pop of colour anywhere. I'm loving the different colours in this. So we've got like the yellows, the blues and the reds. I think they're really working well for me. Okay. Then we're going to finish off with our sprinkles. Sprinkles? When I say sprinkles, I mean like the finishing touch stickers. So the hearts, the stars and so on. And I think I'm just going to focus on the ones that I've got loose, because when I first started scrapping, as you guys know by now, I took everything out of packaging. I don't know why. Stupid, I think. But we have also got some tiny ones as well. And it's basically hearts and stars plus them. So let's just go a little bit crazy. So my idea is that we're just going to add in lots of these into our various clusters. I just think they are perfect scattering pieces. And they give you a pop of colour. So I'm focusing on hearts, I think, for now. Doesn't mean that's all I'll use. This is Adam after all. But it's what I am initially focusing on. Okay. We could also bring some into our paper cluster. Stars. Look at that, that's the perfect colour combo. You're not going to see the full shape in all the cases, but I kind of like that. Let's put one up here. I love the asterisks, they're a bit of a curveball compared to the hearts. And we do like to give a curveball now and again around here. So we're just tucking in so you can just see around and about the layer we've got all that different texture and yeah, it's a different kind of layout. Kind of wish I'd have come down here so that it sort of matched, but I can live without not doing that. One thing I am going to do is find a red heart and put one here, and a teal heart and put it there. And I think that's probably going to do it. Oops, a daisy. Tsunami of hearts and stars going on. We may just add a few tinies. Let's just go a bit mad for a minute and have a heart. I was going to say a heart attack, and that's the wrong word. Let's have a heart sneeze. And there. A couple of darker blues still on here. We might as well get them off there. And that is going to do it, guys. I think I'm happy with that. I will add some journaling here and here, and that will probably complete it. I think, I don't know why, and it may ruin it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I kind of feel like I want to add a bit of doodling, but I've just seen these, or rather I've just remembered these. So let's use these instead. This is Pretty Little Studio Christmas Cheer. So we're moving away from Ellie's now, but that's okay because it's Stash that I'm using up. And it's the Stitch stickers, but it's colour ones. And I'm going to use them here and here. So I've got a teal one for here. And then we've got a red one for over here. I think that might work better than a black doodle. We don't really have any black on here. There we go. Oh yes. Super duper. Look at that. That finishes that off super nice, and I might even add this small one here. So I've gone off the page a bit there. And we'll do the same up here, so to about here. Let's just trim that off. I'm so happy to be using things up. It's brilliant. There we go. And I think that is now going to do it. I don't think I need to keep adding to this layout. I love the balance and the colour and the texture and the dimension. And I hope you guys like it as well. It's turned out different to what I first planned, but I actually do like it. And that, my friends, is a win. I hope you have a fabulous, happy, scrappy week ahead. I will see you tomorrow for Scrap Backwards and a couple of other videos, and I will see you throughout the week. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I will see you soon. Bye for now.